Philip Burnell is a man.
Oh la 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 la.
This shit good. Or whatever, fucking steel fucking umbrella. It was wonderful.
Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders, your
Philip
anus.
Burnell is a man.
Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your
breasts,
anus. Try to
breasts,
relax your anus.
breasts,
Your shoulders, your
breasts,
anus. Try to
breasts,
relax your anus.
breasts,
Your anus. Try
Yes.
to relax your anus.
Yes.
Relax your anus.
Oh la 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 la.
Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders. Try to relax your anus.
Oh, wait, the Burge is still on. That was distracting. Hello, everybody. Yes, I know the monitors are off behind me. Sometimes I actually do forget. Just want to give them a break. I may do the pixel refresher. Fun fact, you shouldn't do that often, because if you do, it'll actually like degrade the how vivid the OLED pixels can be, I believe is the best way to word it. Like, they kind of lose their, I don't know, they become flaccid like an old man's penis. Dude, what the fuck is even... He's, like, I literally went to post that we're doing the Philip Burnell Man Experience stream, and I see Nate is live. Like, when is he not live? Like, aren't you going on tour in, like, a day? Allegedly? Listen, man, anyway, who gives a fuck about it? We're going to have him on the show. I'm going to give him his podium, like I said, Nate. You could speak. Look at that picture, though. Look at that masterpiece. This is why I'm a little bit late streaming. I don't know why I put so much effort into this. It's really stupid. Kind of terrible, but yet a masterpiece at the same time. This is Phil on Phil's day off. A much younger, fatter Phil. He has lost weight from here. Fat Dracula is eating AI-created chicken sandwiches. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
There is also, as you can see here... Oh,
and now I'm going to masturbate.
Dr. Sex E Coco donated $5. Hey yo, what's poppin' people? This is Handsome Cacao, the realest, most delicious penalization on Pornhub, except some motherfucking substitutions, dog. Y'all feel me? Long day at the office. We've been researching Nate. Results coming later tonight or this week.
You're going to have to get the fucking CD. You're going to have to get, like, the World Health Organization involved with those teeth, man. Nate threatened. So, dude, he's out of his fucking mind. I don't know. The discount Ben Shapiro is complaining about. So we are going to talk about that again. Are you stoned? Does the Pope shit in the woods? Did you see where Activision is countersuing Anthony because he claims they used a clip in that was uploaded, but it's for commercial use? It is very complex, that situation. I was almost tempted to talk about it, but I'm like, yeah, no. I don't. It's kind of like the whole thing.
And now I'm going to masturbate.
The Jostler donated $5.
I'll answer in a second.
Good evening, Rich. Quench my thirsty ass. I hunger for an AI-created sandwich. Nate as a man. Love ya, Rich. Come.
Nate is something. That's for shit sure. Florida farmer. I'm 37, divorced. I had a Publix buffalo chicken sandwich for dinner. It actually sounds like it was pretty good. Why are you asking me if it's cool if you dab during the stream? No, it's not. How about that? It's not. No, man, he needs help, Nate, is what he needs. But that ain't my fucking problem at the same time. You know? You metaphorically came to your mom came to my front doorstep with a Facebook DM. You dropped the Metaphorical USA bomb first, son, not me. My audio seems low today. I can confirm that. No. I mean, maybe a little bit. I don't want it to get too hot because check. No, that's fine, man. I turned it up a little bit. So maybe you were right. It was a little low. Well, the too hot meaning like you could start clipping, sounding crispy and not in the way that low tier God would say. Well, Craig 133 from Slipknot. When is the Nate stream? I don't know. I got some other. It'll be probably later this week. Nate, you can't tell me that you don't have the time, dude. You stream like 18 times a day, so Nate, I'm telling you now. I am going to be very calm, very civil. I'm not going to lose my shit, but you better come with receipts for everything. Don't waste my time. Don't. You have been you've been crying victim, I should say, for months now. I've ignored it. So if you feel that we have been that unjust to you, you should have the data packets ready. Get me a fucking pillow too. Dude, it's like, oh man, Quantum TV like is unhinged. Nate has entered the chat. Oh my god, dude. Like, what the living fuck? What was I gonna say? So, thank you for everyone for watching today's video. It's actually performing above average, which YouTube is so strange, man. I mean, I know like my reviews on most cases are guaranteed to do well. But like when it comes to news, you have no idea. At first, like I thought it was dead. I'm like, all right, no one gives a shit about Soulja Boy. Then I look later, it's like, oh wow, it's performing above average. Why? There was a time, I always say this to Jay, he's probably sick of hearing it, but it's just weird how much it changed. Like I could tell if a video was going to be good or was going to bomb. This was a few years ago. YouTube's algorithm has obviously changed in 5 minutes, maybe less. I could tell you within 3 minutes if a video is going to do well or not. Can't do that anymore. Well, dude, that's why he had all these fucking harebrained schemes and scams, and he was buying Atari, and then he was selling shit, and then he was selling Alibaba or AliExpress consoles with ROMs on it for 25 times the price. It's because he was broke. He was living a lifestyle. I mean, he's still making money from something. Maybe the royalties from Crank That are still good enough, but he ain't living as big as he wants to make it out to be, and he owes money. He owes, I guess, he assaulted his ex-girlfriend. And he owes her like close to $500,000. He owes $1 million in taxes, so he has a lien on his house. Yeah, he's just a fucking piece of shit. Did you see where Activision is? Yes, I answered that. Oh, the camera's on. The camera's on the whole time, huh? Nate said I'm sexy. That's fine. That's great. Soulja Boy was on a K-pop song? What are your thoughts on Mortal Kombat 1 trailer revealed? I don't know enough about that. I'll get Mortal Kombat 1. The problem with fighters, man, is that I don't have the time to practice to be, not even just that I'm old. I'm sure I could get good. I mean, shit, I got through Elden Ring. If I practice enough where I could be competent. But I just don't have the time, and even if I did, it's not the kind of game I would want to focus the time on. Kyle S. has jacked off to Melanie Mac last night. That is congratulations.
And now I'm going to masturbate.
Doom Mama donated $5. So I had to go in for a physical this morning, but my normal doctor wasn't able to fit me in, and the new guy the first tried was a little weird. He asked me if I played Destiny 2. When I said yes, he said, It's you destiny to see these nuts in yo face. Sex E Coco.
Oh, God. I thought you were being serious for a second, too, Mama. That was actually pretty fucking good. Listen. So, DJ Feudal Japan, thank you for becoming a member. So, I'll pick it up, but the problem is, like I said, is that I don't have the time to put into them, and I don't have the interest. You know what I mean? That's more so, I guess you could say, the thing. Melanie's May 1st. I mean, look, Melanie with that video on... Yo, Pearl, whatever her name is, Davis, I think. She's fucking giant, dude. She's a fucking beast. Like, I thought she was like this petite little fucking grifter girl. She's like...
And now I'm gonna masturbate.
Yeah, she's a large woman.
Skyrim1212 donated $5. Ban, 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 ban. Gone. Forever.
Listen. Ban, gone. Forever. Oh, like, yeah, Phil. The funniest thing is, too, that's Phil's ego kicking. And, like, Phil, you do realize they can make another account and, like, I don't know. Oh, look, they already made one. It's like, come on, dude. But he's Phil. You can't explain logic to Phil. That picture, just pearly things, dude. There's a picture of her unless it was shopped. It didn't look shopped, but man, if you're good enough, I guess you could say it's shopped. My fiance is somewhat bigger girl, but she's working on it. Besides, it doesn't. So if it doesn't bother you, what does it matter? You know what I mean? Where you stick your dick doesn't make my dick wet, right? And vice versa. She looks like Radicott from Elden Ring. But you know what I mean, dude, right? If you're happy... I could put it in a less blunt way. If you're happy, what does it matter? You know what I mean? Like, I've always... You're dummy, thick, and proud, and I'm proud of dummy, thick women. So there you go. No, I would not pity fuck Phil. Phil, don't worry. I do not want... Phil, there's one thing I could guarantee. I don't want to stick my penis in you, Mr. Burnell. Sorry to disappoint anyone who had a fantasy about that. Rich, my super chat. So wait, oh, I saw this before. I forgot. Watch me correct that. Wait, I'm broke.
And now I'm gonna masturbate.
Unless he's Tremendous Nipple and Taint donated $5. My friend on FB shared a picture of hanging KKK members and said, "Fuck your white pride." This woman got all offended and started linking PragerU as a source. I made fun of her sourcing them and she said, "Dennis Prager is a Jew, are you anti-Semitic?"
Oh, let me read that again. The internet is a fucking train wreck, dude. I need StreamLabs. The internet goes like 1,000 miles. My friend on Facebook shared a picture. I just want to let this... of a hanging KKK members and said, yeah, well, fuck KKK members, but there's some psychopaths, so they should be careful. This woman got all offended and started linking PragerU. Oh, that says a lot about PragerU. I made fun of her source name. She said, Dennis Prager is a Jew. Are you anti-Semitic? I don't know anything about Dennis Prager. Oh, man. Anyway, I just had a brain fart. Hi, Philip is a man. All right, we're at 500 people. All right, there we go. I don't know anything. Like, here is the thing. And believe me, I'm not defending KKK members. What's up, Amy? How are you? They're pieces of shit. But you post something like that, you could trigger psychopaths. Just be careful. Yeah, let's not worry about Nate. Nate streams 15 times a day. I also think he streams this time. Nate, it's a fact, by the fact that he used to get angry when other people in the chat wouldn't pay attention to him, is very hungry for attention. So, I mean, he'll get back on the stream, but I'm not going to go sniff every fart of his. Anyway.
Oh, let's see here. I got a $1 tip. This is the first tip of the day. Is a $1 tip. Was the Side Scrollers interview good or bad in your opinion? Some days you say you were happy with how it went and were fair. Other days you say they ambushed you for hater clout. No. I've never changed my story. The problem is people want to spin it in a negative way.
No, what Boogie was saying with that is that at least they believe in something. Trolls believe in nothing. It was an awful analogy, and it wasn't what it was. It was not the one I would have used, but I get what he was saying. But yeah, you just no. What's up, Chris? The man who could verify that was Phil's genitalia under those boxers.
Way. All right, I'll say it again. My story literally has not changed since day one. Okay. Before the interview,
it was like a day or two after I unbanned everybody, and he could have. That means on top of it, after all this, he got another chance. Oh, Nate.
Interview happened. I said to all of you. My answers that I've already given you are the answers I'm going to give in the interview. Nothing will change. You know, you may learn a little bit more personal stuff about me, right? Like there were some things that I admitted in that interview publicly that you didn't know about yet, right? But outside of that, my answers remain the same. And I knew they would remain the same because they're the truthful answers. Nothing's going to change when I've already told the truth about the situations that are going on. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't going to expose myself or my family or my private information.
But there was no private Phil, are you going to make me defend Craig? They weren't asking for anything private, dude. All they were asking for was your fucking username in WWE Champions. That's it. Like, that's about as private as me giving you my fucking Xbox Live gamer tag, RTUXBLA. Oh my God, everyone's going to find out my credit card info. No, they're not. That's what made you seem suspect when, you know, Craig isn't trying to kiss up to his guests because he wants to garner their audiences. He actually, I don't know, can do decent journalism.
You know, at least when I lie, I feel like it's better for the common good. Like, I'm trying to protect my family, you know, which I told you I wasn't going to do ahead of
He has like a smoker's voice almost. Isn't that strange? His voice actually used to sound worse.
the time. All this was predetermined, pre-established. So them coming at me the way that they did was expected, right? I didn't feel like anything. I will say this. The one thing that really irked me the wrong way, which I didn't say at the time, was, I can't remember his name. Not Craig, but the other guy. What the fuck's his name?
Adam.
What was his name? Adam? I can't remember his name. That's how long ago this was. That he kept saying stuff like delusions of grandeur when I was literally...
He said grandeur again. Phil, This is how you know Phil is a narcissist. He won't even look up that he's saying a word wrong. Grandeur. Unless he's doing... I almost want to think he's doing it on purpose at this point. Like, I don't know what else to say. But I bet you Soulja Boy. Yeah, it's where all his money went to. He's playing WWE champions. Dude, and I hate to say it, we'll probably find someone crazier than Nate. Like, it just doesn't end, man. Like, I never in a million years thought... Like, I thought that someone would, like, leave a fucking bag of shit on my doorstep before that. That someone's mom would DM me on Facebook because I blocked their son. Their grown adult who's basically my age son. Like, that's a first. That might be a first on the entire internet. I don't think I've ever... If someone could come to me and say... Rich, yes, I've had a subscriber after I blocked them have their mom DM me. That's pushing 40, okay? Not 12. By all means, let me know. But that may be a world record first. And then, let's add another layer. They call their mom in a live stream, and then right after that, say, I don't talk to my mom. We haven't been on good terms in ages. You wrote a script like that, people would be like, this is the most insane. No one's going to believe this. Fuck you. He said he hadn't, yes, Julie, he literally said he hadn't spoken to her in years after he got off the phone with her. Dude, Nate's going to turn... Oh, God, Rambo, yeah. Yeah, do what you got to do with that. On a lighter note, Rambo and the rest of the audience, too. I got something interesting. Like I said, I'm going to do the tutorial, probably. How many of you would want to see the tutorial on putting an SSD in the Steam Deck? I thought it was $10K a month, he said. Also, I got a dock. I got to get these screws, too. That JSAW makes. I don't know how to say that. It's JSAUX. That you could actually put an NVMe drive in it, so when you dock the Steam Deck or whatever device that it... Because it's just a normal dock. You could have games that you only play that are docked, maybe that are bigger. And you could store them on whatever size SSD you want to put in there. So that's pretty fucking cool, too. So when you play your Steam Deck docked... Wait. So did he essentially admit that he's, like... milking the system? Isn't that kind of like, you know, oh yeah, I'm making $10K a month and I'm getting this. How are you making $10K a month and getting disability? How's that working? Yeah, okay. Unless I'm missing something. I'm not a lawyer. So, keep in mind, though, this is also the rocket scientist that admitted that he fucked a 17-year-old and is trying to indirectly say that I'm a pedo. Again, indirectly, Nate, can you really? You said I'm like Colleen Ballinger, right? You also said that I'm cultivating Nazis in my chat. Dude, who knows what he's... Is he lying about... He ain't... First off, he's not making $10K a month. Unless he's like maybe a roadie. Is maybe that. Where he's like... setting up for bands. I don't even... Do they even make that much? I don't fucking know. He's not stable enough to do something like that, though. Yeah, dude, what is with Phil and... Sorry, I was letting that soak in. What is with Phil and, drinking for goals when he's a former alcoholic. Like, just not what you do, dude. It's not something you do. It's a bad choice.
And now I'm gonna masturbate.
Gave me the wiener.
Stranded J donated $10. I have that dock for the Steam Deck. I love it. I play the Steam Deck docked more than handheld now. It's so good.
What resolutions are you playing at? I'm just curious. You don't have to give another StreamLabs or Super Chat. I'm just curious. Because that's where, look, I still think 99% of you should get a Steam Deck, but when you dock, like the Neo, which finally got drivers, that's why I'm making a video this week, or the ROGale, when you pump more wattage into them, you see the benefits there where you could play games at like 1080p and stuff like that. How much to react? I'll react to it for $25. That's a full video. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? Holy super chats coming in at once. Just a question on the Steam Deck for games that's on support. Am I willing to play it on the dock and TV, such as, well, isn't Activision being, well, no, it's not Activision, it's Bungie. I forgot they're not with Activision anymore. Aren't they being like complete assholes with the Steam Deck that they won't even let it work if you install Windows on the Steam Deck? That is bizarre. Like, I could play, why are they even doing that? Like, I could play Windows on all those fucking devices. It was the worst music Nate played. Okay. He just blows 9K out meth. But dude, if he ain't making 10K a month, man. He ain't in the music business. Maybe he is the roadie who does the setting up. That I would believe. But I wouldn't even believe that. How can he focus on anything the way he is? I got the Koba JFS documentary spooled up on here. I don't care that's a boomer saying it's cool.
And now I'm gonna
spooled up.
masturbate.
Dr. Sex E Coco
I and
donated
Neil were Steam Deck.
$5. I'm gonna
Steam
come.
Deck.
Where should I come? Why should I come? Who do you come? Do you come? Can you come? Why do you come?
I don't come at all.
Why do you come? I'm gonna come. Gabe and Newell has a beard and it rules.
This is your life now.
His beard would make a good merkin. Rich get fitted for a merkin.
The fuck is a merkin? So, I'm actually excited to put the SSD in. I want to use the Steam Deck more. Part of the reason that I don't. I mean, you could put a lot of games, and they work well on the SD card on the Steam Deck, because whatever Valve did with SteamOS, games that have no business running on an SD card seem to run pretty decent. I mean, you could tell they're on an SD card, but they still run fine. So that's the other trick that the Steam Deck has up its sleeve. Like, all the companies now offer SD card slots, but they're fucking... It's just a ruse. Like I said, maybe 40% of like AAA games can run off an SD card. A lot of times when you try to run them, it'll either takes like 10 minutes to load up, or they just won't load at all. Yeah, I gotta practice my edging skills. I agree. But Phil is Phil is probably like the guy who tried really hard to fit in. Like, he was the kid in high school who would say a joke and he would think it was the funniest. No, like, the reality is no one thought it was funny and no one was laughing, but when he told other people, like, oh man, everyone thought it was so funny, that's Phil. Dating advice for a 21-year-old virgin? Just date, man. Don't stress about it. I know that sounds very generic, but that's really the best advice. You just don't stress about it. Don't worry that you're a virgin. No, don't take. You don't need Viagra. That's for shit sure. Pretty sure what you're describing a grown-ass man's mother emailing you happened a few times in the Chris Chan saga with his parents threatening. Ah, okay. Okay, so I am the second person on the planet that has happened to. Or maybe top 5. That is, yeah, use the TLC Tugger. Where is Chris Chan's return? So, what's up, Pescator? How are you, man? So that's the other thing that the Steam Deck has, Ukami, is that you could just an SD card is a viable means of storage. I remember thinking when they were first coming out with the Steam Deck, oh, you could use an SD card. I'm like, that's such a bullshit. Oh, I don't want to put more storage in there, but no, you actually can. Whatever they're doing, magic that Gaben is doing with SteamOS when he rubs his nipples against each Steam Deck individually before shipping them, is working wonders. Or it's just, Linux optimization. One of the two. But whatever. Nipples, I want to fantasize about his nipples. Anyway, back to Phil, who looks like he's also fantasizing right now about Gabe's nipples. Keep repping old heads who enjoy gaming and technology.
Dr. Sex E. Coco donated $5. A merkin is a pubic wig. I wear a merkin every day. I bet Phil wears a merkin. Come down to my office and get fitted for a merkin. Merkins for everyone. When I'm president, I promise free or subsidized merkins for all Americans. And Canadians cuss it's cold.
A merkin? Is that like a real thing? Just picturing pubes on someone. What is your game? What have I been playing recently? Well, actually, I've been playing Ratchet and Clank. Let me tell you something, man. There's that, what is that AI software that the DLSS, like, frame doubler, I think it is, or something, where, like, makes your frame rate go up exponentially, and you don't, it looks natural. So I've been playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, maxed out on the 4090, and getting, like, 140 FPS. It's fucking nuts. Now, I have DLSS on quality. It takes even the 4090, even with those settings, the 4090, because that game is so cutting edge. I'll have, because I run it just to see how it's performing. I have MSI Afterburner and ReviewTuner. I have it running in the top left corner. You're at 98% on a 4090 with all the ray tracing features on. Even that card, and it's a water-cooled, I don't remember who the fuck makes it. 4090. Overclocked from the factory, and it's sweating. But man, playing Ratchet and Clank at 130 FPS is fucking insane. I don't really see where people are like, oh my God, you don't need an SSD. I'm like, yeah, you kind of do. I mean, hell, even with the, I have the 8 terabyte PCIe Gen 3. Who makes it? Same.
And now I'm going to masturbate.
THEDEADMAN donated $5. On which date is the Nate debate?
I've sometime this week. Like I said, I gotta go with her mom and take my daughter to Boston Tuesday. So someday, I don't want to say a date. But now, one thing Digital Foundry said. Well, first off, hard drives. Yeah, like I know. Like, this is Richard from Digital Foundry. He used the launch PS4 hard drive to make a point to show you how much times have changed. Man, that was a train wreck. You even tried 7,200 RPMs. Yeah, there's hiccups. It's not really playable. One thing they did notice, or that guy Alex from Digital Foundry noticed, is that the first time is a tragedy when you're playing on a hard drive. But if you go back and that area is cached when you're going through the rifts, once it's cached in RAM, I think, that's the hypothesis he came up with. Then it runs.
And now I'm going to masturbate.
Strandeje donated $5. Being almost 30, I love docking my Steam Deck and playing indies like Dave the Diver. It's so relaxing.
That is, I gotta try. I bought Dave the Diver due to Google Fish's suggestion. That was when he was lucid in between him sending me pictures of men's asses. I want to try that. Yeah, I mean, it's cool, man. And like I said, that's the one thing I will say is if you like playing AAA games on a Steam Deck-like device, maybe. I never was married. Who was married? But, you know, if you're using it portably or even if you're playing indie games, Steam Deck's the way to go if you want to play if your indie games docked, yeah. And like I said too, if you're playing it mostly portable mode, which is not, I mean, yeah, portable, 15 watts. If you compare it to even like the ROG Ally I have, or like any of the 7840U devices like the Neo 2S, which I'll be talking about this week as a whole. No, I wasn't saying that. Hope I didn't sound like a dick, Connor. I probably did because I am a dick, but whatever. But at 15 watts, it's not really like a mind-blowing difference. I think Valve realizes that. That's why they're not in a rush to come out with a new one.
Coffee Brand Coffee donated $5. Look, Richard, I am the brand of brands. The coffee of coffees. Stop ducking my master. Agree to the fight and actually start training. Enough putting it off and fight him. Family is first always, but enough with the excuses. Otherwise I will call my mom.
Enough of the excuses. Who has even said anything about ducking it? Listen, have Jeremy's mom call me. Then we can get it going. So yeah, I was never married. Coffee Brand Coffee. Listen, send me some Coffee Brand Coffee, and then we could go from there. I want the I want the dark roast, actually.
Literally citing facts. Like, I would cite a fact, and I would be like, oh, so this happened, or this is factual about the amount of content I put out, or whatever. And you go, delusions of grandeur. I'd be like, this guy literally did zero research. Okay, where's the evidence? Present evidence of what you're...
He's stupid. What he used to just... Keep in mind, a lot of people have hypothesized or put hypotheses together that the reason he had these images rolling so you couldn't catch him masturbating again. His delusions of grandeur.
You're saying he doesn't know that I'm not making shit up. This is factual stuff. He thinks I'm lying or extrapolating or exaggerating when actually it's a factual thing about me. But he's saying delusions of grandeur because he's a fucking idiot. He did zero research. That did rub me the wrong way, okay? But outside of that, the interview was not the problem. The interview was fine. I'll be honest, at the end of the show, when they started fucking doing stuff like trying to get Keemstar on there, that made me a little worried. And then when they fucking had...
Why were you worried? If you had nothing to hide, why were you worried? What is your favorite gay porn? You gotta make me think about this. Listen. I love when Jay sends me pictures of him spreading his ass cheeks and he gapes his asshole and makes it look like the Holland Tunnel. There you go. I don't know why it took me so long to come up with a witty answer. Rich EXE is not working. I did that with the Coffee Brand Coffee to Streamlabs too. I've become turgid. You released the turd, you mean? Really? Oh, don't wait to release the turd. What are you sending me? Why were you calling? Let me look. What happened with COD? Hackers are infecting Call of Duty players with self-spreading malware. Oh, God. Really? Have fun, Microsoft. I guess I'm lucky I haven't had any SD card problems with my 1 terabyte SanDisk. AAA games like God of War are playable 720p performance. Well, God of War, I remember actually being one of those games that was actually okay off an SD card. I'm trying to think of one where it completely shits, which is a decent amount of them. like try running Ratchet and Clank. I can't think of another one right now, but there's many.
The stupid audio clip from It's a Gundam or whatever. I was like, what the fuck is this clown? Like, what is this shit? What are they doing? Like, what does this have to do with the interview? Nothing. It's just a waste of time. And I'm like...
It's not a waste of time, Phil. You've made your... Have a good night, Andreas. Yeah, they have fucking Nicki Minaj. Like, she's not even relevant anymore.
What the fuck? Okay. But overall, you know, the interview went all right.
What are you going to have in COD next, Cisco?
And now I'm going to masturbate.
Dr. Sex E Coco donated $5. A major difference between the Steam Deck and all of the Switch-like competitors is that the Steam Deck and Switch had the software designed in conjunction with the hardware.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the case for any of the others. So Deck can take advantage of SD.
Yeah, and same with the Switch. There's games that are on there that have no business running on an SD card, but they optimize it to run with compression and whatever, so it could run off an SD card on the Switch. So Andreas, have a good night, man. Thank you for coming through. Have you heard about the Xbox security issue where the Xbox XSplit, where people are getting permabanned on Xbox like YouTubers? It starts on PC mod menu where you can lock party and pull Xbox IP. No, I did not hear about that. So, I mean, there's still benefits to the Switch, man. I always say that, Nanabu. Battery life. Who would have thought that? You would think we would have progressed with battery technology. Now you look at like the Switch OLED's battery life, which is not bad, but not great. And it's like, oh man, I wish the Steam Deck could last 2 hours.
I felt it was exactly how it was going to go. They asked me a ton of questions. I answered them the best I can without, you know, putting myself or my family at risk. Exactly as I said I was going to do. All right? What I did...
Phil, again, I'm not going through the whole spiel. How would that put your family at risk to say your fucking username in a free-to-play or gotcha game? Stop.
Like was
Please stop.
literally every moment after. Because that interview ended, and you guys don't know this because you didn't see it, but after the interview, public interview ended, I had a...
Well, I also know, I talked about yours, Wax, where if in retail mode you use emulators, guess what? They'll ban you for 15 days, and if you upload an emulator, I think they'll permaban your Xbox. Emulator, not ROMs. Emulator. That to me is amazing.
A conversation with Craig and them, and our conversation was that it went well. They enjoyed how well, not enjoyed, but they appreciated that I stuck around as long as I did, that I answered.
Yeah, but you went into full damage mode to the point that
now
where
I'm
you
gonna
tried to be
masturbate.
friends with me again.
DSP Gaming donated $7. Rich, your stream is
Filipino's
terrible. You have around 700 viewers and you don't have $700 already? Absolutely laughable. Now if you excuse me, I'm going to go masturbate in front of my viewers while blowing bubbles, eating like a pig, and staring at walls.
Dude, did you see my editor sent me a whole bunch of pictures, one where Phil was eating shrimp? It's fucking amazing, dude. A lot of people, not a lot, there's some people that are pissed off that we're using AI, but we're using AI in conjunction with our creativity. We're not using AI to, like, just take over for us. Some people are really comparing it to, like, oh, it's like piracy because you're stealing work. Like, really? Saying his girlfriend beat him up. Dude, let him. He is such a disaster.
And now I'm gonna masturbate.
Dr. Sex E Coco donated $5.
AI
I'm
music is real
150
fucking weird.
sure Microsoft banning people using emulators is because Nintendo is down their neck. That makes perfect sense. But it's also worth noting you can still absolutely use emulators on an Xbox just in dev mode.
Dev mode,
it's not
yes.
super inconvenient, so who cares?
That is true. It's easy to... Don't you have to pay to go into dev mode, though? I'm pretty sure. I guess that would be the asterisk to it. I'm pretty sure that you have to pay a one-time fee. I mean, not to sound like a alpha, quote-unquote, alpha male right now, but he's talking tough about, like, beating fucking Rambo Tweety's ass. Keep in mind, a man who just got out of the hospital, too. If he showed up to his door, admittedly. And he sounded tough if Rambo Tweety showed to his door.
And now
He
I'm
didn't
gonna
say he was going
masturbate.
to Rambo Tweety's house.
On paper donated $5. Mass suicide can't decide 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 mass suicide can't decide.
I think you missed some of the mass suicide lyrics that are in there. Yeah, it's not a big deal. But I guess if people, if like now people will be like, fuck, I gotta pay. I guess will be what people will gripe about. I don't think that's a big deal, but mass suicide can't decide. Mass suicide can't decide. But anyway, getting back to me sounding like modern life dating for a second. You're gonna try to puff your chest out and say, "Oh, if Rambo Tweety showed to my door, I'd kick his ass," but my girlfriend just beat me up. You could say that's sexist, but... And I'm not laughing at the fact if he really did get beat up by her, it's not okay. But the irony.
Answered the questions the way I did, that I sat there as long as I did, and I could have left early. I could have said, fuck this, I'm not going for 5 hours, and I gave them that much time. And they were like, dude, that was amazing. We never thought you'd ever do that, right? And we ended the conversation basically this way. Great, let's let it settle for now, and let's do a follow-up. We'll talk in about a month about having you for a part 2, because we'd love to do a part 2 based on this part 1, right? That's where it ended. That's where our side ended. So up to that point, everything was fine. Immediately after, everything that happened after was bullshit. But
it wasn't, though, Phil. Are you making me defend the side-scrollers again? God damn it. Fuck. But I have to, because then it makes me no better than anybody else. Like, yeah, if I had... people have, serious satellite hosts have after shows after they have a guest. Like, yeah, it's what they do, especially if it was a very colorful guest that they had on, like you. Why would they not? It's good for ratings, good for viewership, and it was. It's what you do. That's good business, Phil. There, I'm done fucking defending them now. God damn it.
Most part, I think I've managed to stay the fuck out of that bullshit zone, okay? So, we end the interview saying, and now I'm gonna masturbate.
Ugh.
Dr. Sex E Coco donated $5. A friend's sister who works for Azure told me she heard from a coworker from the Xbox side is that it's Nintendo threatening Xbox. Nintendo and Xbox have a good relationship, and I don't think Phil and his amazing hair wanna risk that.
No.
Nintendo is
yeah,
petty.
I believe it. I believe that. And it just makes me angry. It's emulators. It's emulators. It's emu-fucking-lation, man. Whatever. I want to make like a little emulator box. I don't know why. Especially now that like PS3 emulation is like pretty much perfect. How's Xbox 360 emulation coming along? I've been so out of the emulation loop.
Oh, well, you have the option if you want to send me your information about your mobile game account. And now I'm going to masturbate.
Solid Sexual Gratification donated $5. Hey Rich. Apparently it's true that Call
A
of Duty,
Mr. Yeah, I
Modern
want a
Warfare
Mr.
2 have been temporarily taken offline, following reports of a malicious malware spreading through the game. I assumed this would gonna happen at some point. Microsoft now take care of it.
Unbelievable. Now, I'm assuming that's only on PC. But can Mr. do things like PS3? I doubt it, because it's an FPGA, right? The new Modern Warfare 2 or the old one?
That, which I was going to do. I actually was going to do it. So I emailed Craig after the show to ask him, hey, are you available that I can send you my stuff and you could review it? And now I'm going to masturbate.
No, it's up to PS1.
Telltale AES donated $5. All due respect to DSP, his opinion is irrelevant until he goes on an interview that really grills him. Also, I'm still awaiting my unban on Twitter, good sir. Username is gaming_AES.
Okay. Wonder why you're blocked on Twitter. I'll keep the username here. That's crazy, man. With Call of Duty, especially if it's not... I mean, it's crazy even if it's the old one, but if it's the new one, that makes it even more nuts.
Right away, because I don't want it to get out. And he ghosted me for the rest of the day and ghosted me the next morning and didn't respond for 24 hours after I emailed him right after the show. He completely ignored me, okay? I didn't appreciate that. What did they do the next day? They did an...
Phil, people send me messages. Companies send me messages. And I go for like weeks without getting back to them. Like, that means nothing, Phil. Stop it. So what?
Entire show based on slamming me. Instead of it being objective, hey, we did the interview, you judge for yourself, viewers. It was, hey, we all think that Phil's a lying scumbag and let's all profit by making fun of him all day and all his haters will come in and toss money our way. And it was absolutely designed to be that way. Because they originally said they were going to do a day of unwinding content where they were going to play Mario Kart and decompress. And instead, the entire show was a hit piece against me. And it was directly designed to be so they could make money. Now, here's...
Phil, every guest that you have on a show, it is designed to bring in viewership and money. And yes, we still send it... If I always talk about this too, Jay has access to this email. Yes, we are still. Make sure you sub to RTUClips. Link in the description. That's still happening. And we're gonna have clips up there. He already has some clips. We're gonna make them live. That'll happen this week. Again, later this week, like the Nate interview. PS3 MU isn't perfect. Okay. I thought it was damn close to perfect. I will, period. Talking to Jay, speaking
Here's the
of
funny
which.
part about it. Immediately after...
Slap your chest breast and tell me how muscular your penis is. My penis is small and not muscular.
After that, I wrote Craig to tell him how displeased I was. And that I think that it was a bait and switch because they told me it was going to be an objective interview, but you can't behave like that after the interview and act like it was objective.
How was their interview not objective? They were asking you questions that were backed up with evidence that they were valid questions. You chose to answer them the way that you did. That's it.
Because it was obvious it wasn't, right? It was obvious the reason they did it was to make money. To big money, too. It was a hit thing. Let's just crap on Phil to make money from his haters. Right? I was told at that point, I'm not kidding, I was told at that point in an email from Craig, well, basically, we don't want anything else to do with you at this point because we don't believe your answers, so goodbye, basically. Like, that's where they left it.
Phil, you don't have to show anything. Read the email. I guarantee you, even I am not a fan of Craig, but I am 310% positive that he did not word it like that, because I have proven with email, like Phil has talked about my emails with him, and he was like, well, Rich said this, and it was like, he totally misinterpreted what I said, and I proved it by reading what he interpreted. I would read the email that he was talking about, and it was completely a different context that he was making it out to be. That shows you how Phil's brain works.
Hey, go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of here. Then a month later,
Philip Burnell is a man.
Craig is restreaming my streams for some reason. With my haters on his stream. He even names his streams monetizing the haters.
No, monetize the hate, Phil. What he was talking about, God damn it, look what you're fucking doing for making me defend fucking Craig again. Because you were angry. So he's monetizing the hate.
He's coming on my stream chats in my...
Yeah, Kyle, he reads it how he wants to read it. He's not reading the reality. He's reading what Phil's brain wants to be the reality.
My streams, hey, we'd love to have you on the show at some point to discuss a follow-up to the interview and how it went and your concerns about... Wait, what? You outright, after the fucking interview, in an email, told me you want nothing else to do with me, but now all of a sudden you're restreaming my...
Phil, read that you... This would take a modicum of effort. You could white out just by clipping it out in fucking Paint. I'm not telling you to get Photoshop. Personal info. Put the email on screen that he said that. Do it just like I read my email to you. When you said, oh, Rich is like, I don't give a shit about this. And I was like, I didn't say it. It is completely different. You were taking that 310% out of context, and I proved it. Do the same. You're fucking making me defend fucking side scrollers again. Fuck you. I'm not really angry. I'm just, that's melodramatic. It's theatrics.
my content, and now you want me back. Why? Anything for this, right? Because the money dried
Yeah, he was much larger, Phil.
up. Originally, they made a ton of money on it. Everything else they were doing was nowhere near as successful.
Yes, I gotta say he is right, mostly right about that. From what I've seen, like in passing, like I'm not sitting there fucking laying in bed naked checking over side scrollers numbers, I assure you. But like I'm like, oh, I wonder, it's like, oh wow, they are not, you know, it was like 60 people watching Craig's stream right now. Go Craig.
They had, you know what I'm saying? So, oh, what do we do now? Now we got to basically fucking find another way to monetize it again. So we changed our mind, right? Let's now have them come back and try to monetize Phil again. And then again, and I'm not shitting you, the week before Street Fighter 6 came out, I think it was the week before, or the week up, Craig emails me again. Now, I haven't talked to this guy in months. I want nothing to do with this guy. I've outright said I banned him in my stream chats. That I want nothing, don't contact me. I don't want to talk to you, right? He fucking emails me again. Oh.
Then you bitch about slow attendance because you ban everybody, Phil.
So I think we should do a grudge match, you versus me in Street Fighter 6. And I don't really play the game, but I'll practice if we're going to do it. And then that way you can make money off of your viewers, and I can make money off...
Oh, Craig, I agree with you. Craig is a scumbag. I'm not, but they did a good job with this interview.
...of my viewers, it's block, not your...
I also think Pat the NES Punk and fucking Ian are giant pretentious douchebags. But they did a good job covering the Amico. Credit where credit's due. Hey, Rich, stop making fun of Philip Burnell's...
A very intelligent brain.
He has a very intelligent brain, a brain that was valedictorian of his class in his class of 3 students.
Breasts.
I can't... You know what, though? A lot of people who are dumbasses like Phil, they're actually very book smart. Maybe Phil is book smart. Who knows? No. Maybe.
Your viewers, my haters. He wants to make money off my haters again. What is he, out of his fucking mind? This guy's nuts. This guy's a fucking, like, he's crazy. And the thing is, I haven't talked to him in months, and he's emailing me to...
Are you on Twitter following me? Send it to me
I'm
there.
going to do a grudge match of Street Fighter 6. What are you, fucking stupid? And the answer is yes. It basically what every piece of the interview was one thing, but every piece of behavior, the moment after the interview ended, and I went offline, showed the.
Phil, you were not happy with that interview. You're just trying to make you happy to damage control so you didn't seem like you couldn't handle the questions. You couldn't handle the questions. I will not say it's X. I will never call Twitter X. It makes no sense from any marketing standpoint. He would have been better off calling it throbbing erect cock.
The true intentions of everyone involved. That from day one, their intention was to do an interview that was all negative, which is fine, but then immediately turn it into a slander campaign so they can bank off my haters.
Why, Phil? But Phil, they kiss a lot of their interviewers' asses because they're looking to grift off their audiences. That because their brand, it's about your brand, Phil. Your brand is you've been begging for years, and it came to bite you in the ass, but you want to pretend that it doesn't.
And ride that wave and make as much money as they possibly could in a short amount of time. Then,
that's quite bizarre, Duke. Let's not talk about keeping women in cellars. But MILFs are fun. Phil is book smart, but life dumb. Maybe.
when it dried up.
But I've met a lot of people. Like, there was a girl that was hot as hell when I used to work at a restaurant. And she was really book smart. But God, she had no fucking common sense whatsoever.
Because all their other content isn't making them any money. They want to bring me back into the fold, even though they outright told me there will not be a second interview. We don't want you on our show again. All of a sudden, will you come on our show? Literally saying it in the chat publicly. In my chat, he's coming into my chat with his fucking side scrollers account and shit. Hey, will you come into my my show and fucking do this content and do that content? No, it is.
Yeah, Craig wouldn't do that to me. He has been like in the witness protection program with me.
Hey, money is money. One thing I think about, money is money. Yeah, your work today, but a lot. Because all he wants to do is monetize my haters. That's it. He doesn't care about the truth. He doesn't care about nothing.
No. Monetize the hate. You added an extra letter to change the context of it. I know how this shit works, Phil. Not monetize the haters. Because in theory, that would be a call to action. He said monetize the hate, meaning the anger from you.
Nothing. If he cared about the truth, the email I sent him, all right, right after the show saying, hey, are you available? Because are you monitoring this email actively? Because I had all the information. I had all the information about not only the mobile game account, but my actual, what is it called? Game Center on iOS, on any Apple device, there's an actual account called Game Center. And Game Center ties into all the mobile games you play, and it shows your entire history of mobile games. It shows all the mobile games I've ever played.
So what? So what?
In there. So it would have showed.
Thank you, RT. Thank you, Wicked
I had
Crumb.
all the information ready to send, and he ignored me. Only for him to reply 24 hours later, the next day, after they did their hit piece show on it. And now I'm going to masturbate.
Bloody GB donated $5.
He sounds like
what... To
what...
be fair, I'd be angry too if I had to defend side-scrollers. Slithering Craig the Snake or that right-wing asshole Adam. Speaking of him, have you seen Sputtering Craig's latest post? It's pretty good.
We'll have to go look at it after this. It's not even... Yeah, but it's true. Like, sorry, Phil. You kind of sound like Nate right now, not to bring him up again. But I was going to show the stuff. Phil, you knew what the... Like, you don't have the stuff to defend your honor? Especially with how many people talk about you with WWE champions? Come on, dude. You could have sent him a screenshot right there. Craig wouldn't have shared it with anybody. He could be a snake, but I don't think he would have done that. But even if he did, it's just your fucking, like, gamer tag, essentially.
Masturbate.
Telltale AES donated $5.
What's the big fucking deal?
I could be wrong, sir, but I watched the entirety of Craig's reaction to DSP's rant, and he said on numerous occasions, quote, monetize the haters.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Well, Phil could have handled that interview better. And yes, it seemed like he had something to hide. I thought it was... But see, I saw the hashtag monetize the hate, but...
That Friday morning.
I didn't watch the stream, so maybe he did say monetize the haters.
And he says, we don't believe a word you say. We want nothing to do with you. Too bad. Oh. So now I see what your true intentions were. You see what I mean? Like, he was never out to try to prove any innocence or nothing. No matter what, it would have been spun.
Phil, again, stop. You could have sent the screen cap of your WWE Champions account. No personal information would have been given away. And you could have, if you did have nothing to hide, which you seem like a man who does because you didn't send that, you could have walked away an ass-pounding champion. But instead, you got pounded in the ass.
In a negative way, and it was out to be a hit piece against me. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Again, I fucked up because I trusted this guy, and it was bad to trust him.
Bad to trust him. Oh, man. Maybe he's, and lousy? Or why is your cock lousy?
I just got a $5 tip from someone insulting me horribly, and they think I'm going to read their message. But actually what I'm going to do is say, your $5 is mine forever.
Oh, how the hell there's 732 of you here now? Now 700. What the fuck happened? Why does YouTube send out notifications 6 years later? I just like, oh wow, there's more people here. Hi, how are you? By the way, RTUClips, there's a link to that YouTube channel. We're going to be starting uploading clips later this week. I got some stuff going on earlier this week that I spoke about before. Also, there is merch. We have Philip Burnell Fap Face merch in the description. What the hell else do I have in there, too? I have something else I want you to go to. If you would like, I should say. Yeah, if you want to send a submission where you think something was delicious and should be clipped, you could actually send the link to the stream and the time code to wowRTUClips@gmail.com. Again, that is in the description. And there you go. Why do I have True Blue? I guess I'll leave Twitch there in case there's a rainy day and I need to temporarily stream on Twitch. Alright, we'll save that. So. You have a very veiny penis. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Sexy Coco, for letting me know you have a very veiny penis. You've made my day.
And add it to the total. There you go.
Then he wonders why he has to bitch every stream he's not making enough money. You shouldn't do that anyway, but... What do you think? Dude, what, you make people feel like shit for donating to you. Like, okay. Now... If he went to review China levels, not that I might as well keep it, he's been talked about enough and the troll has been fed enough, and plus he's a perfect example, then fine. I understand. But if he's like saying that, like, what the fuck are you doing playing Animal Crossing? So what? If you want to pay me to complain about the game that I'm playing, go ahead. It's like when people were super chatting me. There's only a couple, though, admittedly. Complaining about me using Rivers of Blood in Elden Ring. You could eat my Elden ass. But thank you for the... You could stay here and complain.
Okay. Oh,
oh, yeah, I forgot to mention this, dude. I know I've talked about Ratchet and Clank before, but man, maxed out. That game looks like something else on a 4090, man.
Third, I don't have any money to invest. He's saying, if you just invest in PC gaming, you'd be getting so much more out of it. I don't have money to do 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 it. I don't have money to pay my fucking taxes. You think I'm gonna buy a fucking gaming PC? You're out of your mind. All right? Jesus.
But okay, yeah, all right, Phil, I get it. You have back taxes, but isn't that for your business? It's not. I don't know.
What's absolutely hilarious is idiots who say Phil evades taxes. I probably do more detail.
And the thing is, too, but so you kind of could say the same argument for next-gen consoles when they came out. I don't have money to do it. I don't have money to do it. I don't know. I mean, shit, they're just starting to stop making cross-gen games, Phil.
Taxes than 99% of fucking people who are content creators on the internet. I have like every transaction saved, every dollar I spend, every gift that I'm given. It's all this giant elaborate spreadsheet.
Keep in mind, this is a man who spends $5,000 a month on businesses. I don't know where the fuck he's spending that on.
Broken down by item, by date. You know, everything's available. All my receipts are digital, so I keep all digital receipts of everything I spend money on. It's all in black and white. Like, and now I'm gonna masturbate.
ReviewTechUSA donated $5.
Oh no.
I'm actually no longer a troll. Through Christ, church, and a vigorous pounding at the balls of sexy Coco, I have seen the error of my way and am now a good boy.
Oh God, did he fuck you in the ass at church? That would be the ultimate. I need to stop. Anyway.
It's possible for me. I'm too thorough. Use that and be able to make the payment that I owe.
I still need to figure out how. All right, so are you dot your I's and cross your T's. Where is $5,000 a month in business expenses? That is $60,000 a year in business expenses.
Or the payments that I owe. I'm basically in a situation where everything I've worked for this year is probably not going to be able to happen. In which case, that's it. Like, there's nothing else to fall back on. And more than likely, the next step would be people will try to start suing me for money. And I will more than likely lose the house.
They're idiots. I work for Google. I'm smart. I'm a hipster. And we have playtime where we redo fucking...
His breasts were more robust back then.
You know, Pilates, and we push invisible objects, and we meditate, because we're Google, and we're smart, and we're going to have all this cool thing on YouTube, like paid subscriptions to get rid of ads. Durr.
Luther Cujo has subscribed for 2 months in a row, 13 total, so for pretty much 13 months. That's cool. I won't watch the Borderlands 3 playthrough since you won't turn on the Twitch extension so you can interact with chat. Good. Good. Good for you. Miss out on the Borderlands 3 playthrough. That's your loss, not mine. Sucker.
That's your loss, not mine. You miss out on me playing through a video game. More than likely in a very mediocre fashion.
Okay.
Oh, this is the classic one that Phil said he never said. Just like his name isn't Philip Burnell, except he told the judge his full name is Philip Paul Burnell.
Sure, where is the waiting room?
Right behind you, idiot. You click on that.
You didn't have to call me an idiot. I just walked in the door. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
The fuck is he even playing? What is... I've seen this clip, but what is this?
Well, if you look around, you would have been able to know. It literally says waiting room on top of it.
Wow.
VR chat? But why?
Wow. You're quite rude.
I'm 11. Deal with it.
You're 11?
Yes?
And your parents bought you a gaming PC? What's wrong with this picture?
What does that even mean? What's the difference between buying them a gaming PC or like a PS5 or Series X? This looks like I'd rather fucking bash my head against the wall than play this. What the fuck is even going on here? I'm baffled by this. Like, what is even the point of this?
Probably because I'm part of Wolf. You click on it, just so you know.
It's a meme game? Yeah, I ain't going a mile near any where I could be like talking to an 11-year-old though.
Click on it. Oh.
This looks like a game for kids.
Good. Now I'm away from that annoying fucking bitch of a kid who I would have slapped in real fucking life.
Oh, Phil, you said it. Oh, God. Because nothing works out better than saying that if you see the kid in real life, you're going to slap him. You going to say you didn't say it, Phil? Just like your full name isn't Philip, I won't let that go. I am not. He has said multiple times, Bird, multiple fucking times that Philip is not his full name. Mr. Burnell, what's your full name? It's Philip Paul Burnell, Your Honor. Ah! All right, I'm done.
They talk to me like that.
Oh, God, fuck.
I would have fucking pimp slapped that shit out of that.
It's an experience. Oh, it looks like an experience.
What the
It's like experience that I don't want to have.
fuck? Anyway.
And this vest is now a symbol
Oh, no.
of all of us who never give up, who basically say no matter what gets thrown against us in life, we're going to persevere through it. We're going to say fuck you to the haters, and we're going to be successful no matter what. That's what this has become. That every day now, it's another win against those shitheads who every day tell us we can't do something, we're not good enough, we're just scum. For what? What do we do that we deserve that? Nothing. But this is what they are. They're just crazy people, and they will always try to tear you down. In life, there's always going to be people trying to tear you down. And this vest has become a ridiculous, I know it's as stupid it sounds, as crazy it sounds, but that's what it is. This is a symbol of persevering through all kinds of adversity, through all kinds of challenges. In a way, being able to do this symbol, to have this symbol stand for something is pretty cool and motivating. Wow, he really has no shame, does he? You never.
Phil, I mean, look, I have the titty goal where people pay me money to take off my shirt. I get it. But I don't go, it's because of you that that I am shirtless now and we are fighting against the haters. Oh, Christ. Oh, God. Fucking Phil. That's it. It's fucking Phil. I don't know, man. Didn't they lose like 60% of like it's just like dead now threads? To believe that I was randomly paired with 11-year-old kids in Rainbow Six Siege. All right, so I was thinking that after I'm like, well, you could be paired, you could be playing Call of Duty, and there's probably fucking 12-year-olds on your fucking team. But the thing is, I don't have my mic on in Call of Duty. I don't even use a mic. I just want to shoot people in the fucking face and go to sleep. And get a virus now, allegedly. That's the kind of game where it's an experience where you have to interact with people. I don't want to talk to some fucking 11-year-old. Get the fuck away from me.
I know who you're gonna get. You could hit the jackpot. You could get a.
Phil thinks he's Rosa Parks. Dude, he was like, I have a dream that one day I will fap on May 1st. And you did, Phil. You achieved that dream. Oh, no. I'll look into that more. Dan, you handsome ass man. My BA, up, down, left, right, start shirt is also a symbol that stands for fighting adversity and submission as well. Yes, in Contra. Philip Burnell has a cult of personality. Yeah, it's like a really small cult where Derek masturbates while watching him. Derek. Oh, God. We got to get the Derek clips. I got to go find him.
A piece of stinky duty.
Nate is live.
What? Away.
I am jealous of Phil. I want to be the man that Phil... I want to aspire to be even half the man that Phil is.
Number one chunner. I said I'm the number one chunner. Alright, ready? And blah. Gotta run to Akuma, gotta run to Akuma. When I don't know how to play, I got to run to Akuma. Double perfect. You shouldn't have run to Akuma. You should have ran out off your switch, turned it off. Oh man. Double perfect. Yeesh. What the hell was it that was dancing? I can't even remember. I wrote it down. Someone in a dancing like an outfit, a full like mascot outfit, dancing outside. Then there's another dancer, more dancers. You got a band, a marching band playing here.
What is he doing? He looks like why does he look? He's trying to jerk off an erect elephant. What was that?
They're doing the dance. They're playing music. They're dancing. They
DSP covers E3.
dance onto the inside, and they're dancing left and right, and they're doing flips and dancing, and they're kicking up like this, and they're dancing and doing all kinds of crazy shit. So they dance inside the actual arena.
That's a man. Oh, fuck was that?
Alright, enough of that. Dude, there's too many fucking whiners.
Dude, it looks like he was stroking a big dick.
In chat, I'm playing the game for myself, and there's people whining in fucking stream chat about nonsense. Like, I'm fucking cheating. I'm playing the fucking game. Get the fuck out. I'm so tired of it.
Anyone know from that? Oh, fuck. Anyone know from that music what game he's playing? At least this is when Phil had somewhat had a sense of humor and his wife didn't suck the soul out of him.
So I have to raise enough money to pay this guy to do my taxes. If I don't do my taxes, I could go to prison.
Phil, No, you would just, like, have to pay interest, Phil. It's not how it works, Phil. They don't just, like, throw you in the slammer unless you were, like... They didn't throw Onision in the slammer. They're not throwing you in the slammer, Phil, okay? They don't throw people in the slammer who don't file their taxes for half a decade. Oh, my God. He plays shit up to his audience so much to put, like, guys, I could go to jail. No, that's... People do go to jail for tax evasion, but you need to, like, really evade. You told the fucking judge. You told the fucking judge that you do $5,000 a month in business expenses. You're not in prison. They're not... Stop it.
That's very, very matter of fact. You don't do your taxes... you're very much in trouble. I hope that someday I'll get out of it. I don't know if I ever...
Yeah, you'll pay interest, Phil. If you really, really owe it, they'd put, like, a lien on your house. Yeah, he looks... Younger, fatter Phil does look like Steven Seagal. Now he looks like Ricky Jarvis.
Never will. I may be living month to month, paycheck to paycheck.
Do you realize that fucking Onision tried to write off his entire wedding? I think his whole house... what else? He tried to write off, like, everything.
Check, begging for fucking tips and shit on stream for the rest of my life. This is the epitome of being a fucking bitch. If someone did this in arcades back in the day, I'm not even kidding you. If you played, like, first of all, Akuma wasn't in the arcade version. But, well, he was a Super Turbo, but you had to pick him on the screen. No one would allow you to play him in the arcade version. If you played like that in arcades, and this is no lie, after the match, you would be taken outside and get your fucking face grated all over the fucking pavement. Because that's the epitome of being a bitch. Pick the over...
Oh, look, Phil is blaming... It's either the game's connection, the person being a scrub. It's never Phil. No, I have not heard of that band. Falling in Reverse? Chris Strom? Okay.
Overpowered boss character, have no fucking skill, and just do air fireballs the whole round because
that's how you're supposed to do it. It's overpowered bullshit.
But that thing about Phil with taxes, that just shows how he's like, oh my God, I don't want Phil. Derek was like fucking stammering to get his credit card. Like, I don't want Phil to go to jail.
Shit. That's why he's banned from every tournament. Like, that is the epitome of being a bitch. Like, that guy has literally no fucking respect at all.
People committing tax fraud is the reason why my dad is looking into buying a multi-million-dollar condo in Florida as a vacation home. Please, everyone, don't pay your taxes. It's good for business. Yeah, pay your taxes. Absolutely. But the thing is, Phil making it like he was going to jail for half a decade. That's not how it works, Phil. The worst of the worst is that you'll have to pay shit back with interest or, like, put a lien on your house. Again, if Onision, who did blatant tax fraud, he should have went to Sexy Coco's dad, had a payment plan worked out with him, you'd be okay, Phil.
You guys want to continue to see me upload videos to YouTube? At this point, since I'm making no money whatsoever on DSP Gaming, and I'm making almost nothing on KO Gaming, which I'm going to talk about in just a moment, I need you to help support everything.
Just being very honest and a heads up, I am.
Your
really
dad
bad
is, yeah, you told me your
right
dad's.
now, extremely
You told me your
incredibly
dad's
just out of money,
tax
not
lawyer.
even lying. I really need your support. So tonight,
I'm sure that, you know.
if you're going to be
I'm sure he has a lot of multi-millionaire clients, too. Because those are the ones that usually commit the fraud.
supportive, great. If you cheer, sub, or tip, I'm going to give you a shout out. That's a major part of the Blackout streams is our interaction during the streams to get conversation going. But if you have the choice of how you can contribute, please tip me tonight. This is going to be ongoing for at least the next 10 days because it's taken at least 10 days for me to get paid by Twitch this month. I am completely out of money, and I need to pay at least 3 to 4 more bills before I get paid by Twitch. And some of these are pretty important things, all right? So any tips that you lend during the streams, I'm going to put straight towards bills. I promise you. Please consider it. If you can.
Oh, God, that's so bad. Yeah, it's literally, please tip
Tip
me.
me, please do. It'll help me out a lot.
He literally...
All right, everyone, DSP here, and welcome to a very special edition of DSP Trial.
Yeah, yes, he does. I knew it. Plenty of actors and athletes, CEOs, etc. He's a corporate tax attorney. Yeah, because they feel like they can get away. One, they make more money. Two, they feel like they can get away with it more because they feel like they're above the law. Sir, you haven't filed your taxes in 5 years or paid anything in 5 years. Why? Because I don't want to. Oh, really? What's sad is, too, is that some of them get away with it because they have friends in high places because they're in high places themselves. Or they're an Onision. I still can't get over that, man. Like, that was flat-out tax fraud. And the IRS, like, I will work at a payment plan. Sexy Coco, did Onision work with your dad? Because he got off real easy for a motherfucker who flat out was like, yo, I went to Subway. I wrote off the set. Why? Why did you write off? You just went to lunch.
I promised you I would.
Holy Jesus. What is that?
Yeah, it's a bald spot.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, the camera's on.
Like, I could write off this room, the part of the electric bill for this room, the part of the internet. You can't write off the whole house. Greg, whatever the fuck his name is, you idiot. Philip Burnell is a man who tries it.
Fucking Super Bowl. How's it bouncing like that? Here we go. Whee! Whoop! Woo! 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 Ooh, I got a hot ass, motherfucker.
Here we go.
Here I come, here I go. Whoa, whoa. Oh no, I'm going to change my pants after this. Whoa. There we go.
what I'm going to do now is upload this to DSP Gaming. It's already 8:30. Normally I stop streaming at 9. I'm not going to do any more gameplay or anything tonight. So I do appreciate those who contributed. It just sucks that basically because this was a recap video, I got like no contributions tonight. I mean, I got 1 cheer and 1 tip. That sucks.
That's just business.
So here it is, February 2017. All of a sudden, my ad revenue on YouTube halves. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay my bills anymore. I contact Machinima, and Machinima is literally, I'm not even exaggerating, literally treating me like dirt. Like, whatever, we'll look into it, but stop bothering us. That's kind of the response I got from them. That was kind of like, we understand this is important to you, but just stop bothering us. We'll get to you back to you when we feel like it. And I'm like, what? You're like, huh? This is my livelihood. I could lose my house. I could lose everything. I could go into financial ruin because all of a sudden my YouTube revenue just dropped by 50%. And Machinima was kind of like, meh, who cares? And like, that's not the attitude to have.
You see what I'm saying? I could go to jail for taxes. I could lose my house. He's actually said that multiple times. Like, oh my God, Phil, you are a broken fucking record with this, dude.
Oh my God, we got a troll. Hold on. How do you mute people? Let's see here. Port abuse, emote.
Is there I would play this shit in a heartbeat if there was an A I could do. If there was a way I could do like 18 plus, so I could roast the shit out of people.
Respawn? What respawn? I figure out how to play.
Corey, what the fuck are you talking about? You've brought that up like 12 times. Why are you worrying about my trademark? What is going on?
How the fuck do I play? How do I start the mission? I don't know how to mute people. It's probably a pretty... Here, let's see if I can mute this guy again. If I do this, I click.
It's really weird that you're talking about that anyway. But why? Why are you looking it up?
We already got...
A prosperity preacher?
It would have been one thing if the guy was another 11-year-old, but you could tell he's like...
Just a bizarre thing to look up. Out of left field, too.
Like an adult, he's just fucking mentally challenged, so... Oh my God, listen, here's someone else. Another troll. Another troll going in circles. What is Cell doing?
What is this? The perfect fighting form. The cross hand wiggle.
But it's just an off-color, bizarre thing. It's like, you know, hey, Rich, what's your blood type? Like, what is it? It's just a weird thing to ask, like, 8 times. I ignored you the first 8. May I ask why you're concerned? I'm just curious. It seems to be a real concern to you, so explain yourself now. It's not a sore subject. It's just a weird thing to ask like 7 or 8 fucking times. Yeah, like, what is it? Yeah, it's just weird. Thank you.
It's like a David Bowie dance move. It's coming at Vegeta.
Cell calmly accepted Vegeta's challenge and prepared to engage him in battle once more.
The man with baby hands says, "Oh, it's a gang sign." He's throwing up.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, dude, it's nothing even... I didn't even think about it for a while since you said it. I've never renewed it. I have my YouTube channel. Someone tries to fucking... Believe me, I'm fine. If I really, really needed to answer after the 7th or 8th time you asked me...
Up his gang sign. Oh, the Cell Clan. The Cell Gang. What the fuck?
Achieving perfection.
I just know things? Dude, you're about to get fucking banned in a second. What are you talking about? You're being real fucking weird.
My God. Because what Cat and I have is true love. We have an understanding because we've had situations, both of us in our past, where we've either been mistreated or had really bad situations with relationships or things that have happened to us. We know what it's like to be told one thing and treated another way. Neither of us are.
It's just, and it's not even that. You like asked it 7 or 8 times. I answered you, and you're like, I'm looking at, like, what are you looking into? It's just a curious thing that you kept bringing up, and I'm wondering why. There's nothing sore about it. It's just a left field question that does make anyone with common sense raise an eyebrow. Yeah, like explain why you're looking into it so much. Just like looking at stuff. Okay, that's a weird thing to just like looking at. Look at paintings of trees. There you go. It'll relax you.
Even remotely interested in anyone else, nor do we give a shit about anybody else except our relationship here. So I would zero, exactly 0.0% worried about anything like that. So thanks for the tip. I don't know what else to say. All right, a beautiful butterfly tipped me $1. Says these attractors are idiots. Why tip and then try to get a chargeback when they know they're going to lose? And they are. As like I said, all I need to do is link to this stream. I can even say, I remember the stream. This guy was giving me problems with threatening chargebacks. Here's the stream. You can see I talked to him and linked shouted out the entire time. That's my part of the contract. This is, illegitimate.
See, play it. All right, anyway, that was completely off the fucking deep end for whatever reason. It's just a strange left field question, man. He's talking about this deep, heavy shit while playing Animal Crossing right now. Unironically, too. Look, there's nothing wrong with Animal Crossing. I even played that on stream with Intro Guy, but I don't know. Cell would be told a DBZ character that would watch art, so it would add any human characters. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not familiar enough with Dragon Ball Z.
Legitimate if he tries to charge it back, and I get granted the case every time. They're like, you win. So, not too worried about it. I love the music of this game. This game is really cool. The music sounds real awesome. It's good.
I mean, Super Mario World is a good game.
It makes me want to play. It makes me...
Yeah. Rich, I'd like to talk to you about your extended car warranty. What?
Remember when I was a kid?
And now I'm going to masturbate.
Jarrett Hughes donated $5. He wants to see if you trademarked Harry Meat Tunnel. Yes, a bee cummed.
Rich, I'm not normal. I mean, dude, you're fine. You're not banned yet. Just relax. Like, it was a strange thing to perpetually bring up multiple times. I finally responded. We can move on now. Phil is singing the theme from the second level of Super Mario World. I don't even know if that's how it goes.
Very first time. I love the game. And it was so awesome. The house smelled so good. Food was a cooking as it should. We had a great Christmas that year. It was the best. I played Super NES.
God, I remember. Now he's making me think of fucking memories of Super Nintendo. Fuck you, Phil. I'm kidding. I remember this is when, I mean, now they have, like, when consoles later in the life, they'll come packed with a game or a download code different times. But you got SNES and you got Super Mario World. Holy fuck, on Christmas Day, I played the shit out of that. And then it makes me think, too, for the Turbo Express. Remember, right? Turbo Express, I see you in the chat. Well, maybe he's not here tonight. I'm not sure. Because Santa Claus at the time was still getting me. That was the last year I believed him, and was when I was in 5th grade. So my parents that night got me the TV tuner for the Turbo Express. So that was actually cool, because then I showed that in the video. You could actually hook up an AV input and use it to, like, play your SNES on the TurboGrafx 16.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not an awful singer. I was about to say the same thing. Someone said it in the chat. Who said that?
Ooh. Divorced. If Pat and I got divorced, would I tell you guys? I mean, yeah, eventually I would think I would have to, right? I'm not going to completely hide it.
What was I going to play?
If that ever happened, I would tell you guys what's going on in my personal life. But we're very happy and we're not getting divorced, so you don't have to worry about that, do you?
Play the entire game on stream. Let me finish up the other stuff first, but I would play for money. I would play Super Mario World like the whole fucking game.
How ridiculous.
I genuinely don't think DSP is divorced from Cat. I hear rumors that I haven't seen pictures. It ain't my business to see pictures. Even if someone has one, I don't want to see it that Phil's wife is large now. When do I not play what I'm saying I'm going to play? When? When?
Why do I pronounce pizzeria as pizzeria? I didn't say pizzeria. I said pizzeria. Like pizza? Would you say pizzeria? Do you not pronounce that sound effect, that sound in your pronunciation of pizza? It's not pizza. I want a pizza. You say, I want a piece of pizza. Right? So it's a pizzeria.
Play Trademark Simulator 2024. That was pretty good.
Stabber, I have no idea what on earth you're talking about. I'm married. How could I be asexual?
Well, Phil, you act asexual. Unless there's a man's ass, then you're all about it.
Boom, 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 boom. Just ate it. Cannot move. Combo. I couldn't move. It was hit. And then I tried to get out. Oh, there's fire there. You're dead instantly.
What is that, Neo?
This sucks.
Or Neo 2 or something?
This absolutely fucking sucks. This is some shithead game dev fucking sat in a room. And now I'm gonna masturbate.
Telltale AES donated $5. Phil really just spent 30 seconds to argue the pronunciation of pizzeria. God help us all.
Did he really spend 20 minutes on it?
How do I fuck with the player? How do I make the ultimate fuck you to the game player who bought my game? How do I fuck his ass so fucking hard? And this is what they came up with. DSP Gaming has lost the ability to have advertisements. I did nothing wrong for this to happen. I was doing everything right. There's a lot of backstory to it, and I don't really want to get into it in this video, but I'm working with YouTube right now to try to figure out if there's any way we can get advertisements back on DSP Gaming. Quite frankly, it's not looking very good. This sucks because it's an 8-year legacy, over 40,000 videos on this channel that I've historically been able to monitor.
He is one tragedy after another. You understand that's what makes Phil magnificent? If there's anything you can walk away from with these Phil videos, is that he is always in a state of disaster. There is never a time in this man's life that there isn't something terrible that he needs your support for.
Monetize and make money on, and literally doing nothing wrong overnight.
He's going to jail. He's losing the house. Cat's leaving him. Jasper needs blood work. He needs cat food. He needs cat's food.
It seems to be getting taken away from me. Fuck you to all the shitheads out there who basically make a living defaming me every day with no or half information, speculation, controversial drama. Go fuck yourselves. You know, this is where it was gonna happen at the end anyway.
It's Tevin's fault, yes.
And you made my life a living hell for 4 months, basically. And now that's all over with, and I can go back to just being myself and relaxing a bit and having fun with games and not having to worry every night about what's going to happen in my future because shitheads are defaming me every day on the internet. I'm just done with it. Like, I'm finally get, like, a breath of relief today. And I'm like, yes, finally I can just move on positively, and that's where I am. I don't care what any of the rest of these idiots say. They're fucking wrong, period. All right. Done.
You're wearing a cowboy hat.
Now, some shout-outs. What's hilarious is there were literally people who were sitting in the stream chat just waiting because they knew there was going to be a new vest today, and they're literally just shitting on the vest, saying it's a bad... Okay, what is bad? Hold on. What's bad with this? Right? Blue, it's thinner, it's nice, it's got the same pop-style collar as the other vest. It actually has a little bit of flannel on the inside for a little bit of...
So you're really going into details about the vest.
difference. All right, so I want to hear it. What's actually wrong with the vest, or are you just here to be negative shitheads, right? Because not like it's not my first rodeo. I know every time that there's something positive that happens, we got to shit right on it, right? So let's hear it. Let's actually hear the real justification for why this vest isn't any good. I want it.
He takes the bait of everything. Everything.
Hear it. I want to hear it. Let's see.
Cares about your vest, dude. It's not like they asked you randomly multiple times about your trademark. Philip Burnell. Damn, this is an hour long. I don't know if we're getting through the whole thing, but interesting.
Interesting.
Okay, you know what? Sean, the wig doesn't fit. Yeah, you two are perfect for each other. She's short, you're short-tempered. She wears a wig, and you have trichoteria.
Trichoteria? See, the problem with Phil is I do feel bad to a degree. Phil, he doesn't have the right shaped head for him to shave his head. So he would just look like an egg with a... Especially with how terrible, like, his facial hair. Like, I don't know why. He obviously can grow a full beard or whatever. But he grows whatever the hell he has. So he would shave his head. He would look like an egg dipped in pubic hair. I like how this guy does documentaries. He's such a bizarre British man.
Joshua Fay Saunders was born on the 26th of March 1991 in Casper, Wyoming. Josh was born with underdeveloped lungs and was placed in an...
Oh, Sputtering Craig. Yes. Let's watch that real quick when we get back to this. Oh, yeah, I want to see that. Please say I'm logged into Twitter here. Of course I'm not, because I'm an asshole. So let me log in on Chrome, because I know I'm logged in on Chrome. Yeah. Here we go. Oh. We missed you, Adam Kreigler. We love your gamer insight. House Republicans are using UFOs to distract us from Biden's corruption. They hope we don't notice Biden getting indicted for undermining the will of the American people.
Are getting demonetized. Every single one. We're getting the yellow mark.
Oh my God, they're all the same. Yeah, me too, Craig. Every single stream. I make virtually no ad revenue off. I make money off of super chats and memberships. So what? Jesus Christ. These people are fucking perpetual victims.
We also are live over on Rumble today, which would be great for you guys to come over and join.
Why would I want to ban you? Why are you wanting me to ban you? You are being real weird tonight.
Join us over on Rumble as we are closing in on 2,500 followers. Do us a favor, head over.
No, wrong. I don't use fucking Discord at all. It could be in a baboon's ass, purple, blue, and red mode. Doesn't matter. Don't use it.
Over to rumble.com/sidescrollers and hit the follow button.
Shout out to Rumble.
Why is it important that...
Yeah, Corey, you are being real. It's like you're like baiting me into banning you to say, look, Rich does ban people. Like, what are you doing, dude? You are teetering on pissing me off. Stop.
You should do that. Let me tell you why it's important you should do that. Because literally every single stream that we've done, even before we say a word, done during the intros, our streams are getting demonetized.
Yeah, me too, Craig. Me too. And you and fucking Kreigler think I'm a left-leaning liberal cuck. So what's the reason for me?
Every single...
You guys always fucking swear that, like, on Twitter, they always, like, oh, the left always gets their way. I sure as fuck don't. I don't know if he would actually call me left. Maybe that's why. But as soon as fucking Plunger Nipples Musk took over, I got banned and suspended more than ever. Donkey sex. Yes, please.
One. We're getting the yellow mark. Every single one. We have been put under the YouTube thumb. Our tiny little channel of fun and chicanery has been...
I hate when people... Yeah, welcome to streaming, Craig.
Put under the thumb of YouTube. So we encourage you...
Welcome to making YouTube videos, Craig, where I had to skirt around why... I was about to say only use me blade. The fuck? Soldier Boy owed almost $500,000 to a woman. It's fun. Welcome.
To head over.
You know what? I blame Adam.
Me too.
It's his fault. I mean, that's me. Okay, look, I'm just gonna get this out of my before you tell us all this stuff. Like, okay, yeah, UFO, blah 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 blah. Yeah, all right. Well, Biden's is looking to be impeached. His son's lawyer just.
Oh my God! Why is Joe Biden going to be impeached? Why? I could give a fuck about Joe Biden. I could give a fuck about his son. If his son did something truly illegal, he could be thrown under the fucking jail. I don't care. But what has Biden done that he's going to be impeached? What?
Impersonated the other, like the Republican lawyer who's trying to hold Hunter Biden accountable for his lies, and they basically perjured themselves. And then the judge is pissed. They're basically like, shit's going crazy for the Bidens. Like, oh wow,
shit's going crazy for the Bidens. Like, yeah, but you know, things are perfectly even keeled. It's not like there's a new indictment for Trump every fucking day. Donkey sex times 2? What do you mean? What do you want to have, like a fucking donkey orgy, dead man?
A UFO hearing? I don't give a fuck about a UFO hearing. I'm sorry. America is like in trouble right now, and the president, it's like there's so much evidence that he is corrupt as fuck. I think I've known this for a long time.
And dude, it's not even whataboutisms. He is like, have you not seen anything else other going on right now? Like, I can't with these people. I can't with partisan fucks.
But I think Biden is one of the most corrupt politicians ever. He even said it. Someone was like, what should we do about corrupt politicians? And you know what his response was? Don't be so sure I'm not corrupt. Verbatim. That's what he said.
Dang.
Senator Biden, welcome to the Advocates.
Oh, right, good. They're showing the clip I was thinking of.
Thank you. Good to be here. Senator Biden, it's nice to have you here. As the youngest member of the Senate, the one, therefore, who may expect the longest career there, I wonder if you'd say to us, since it's clear that you're not corrupt and you got elected, why should people think that the system produces corrupt results when there you are?
Well, I'm not sure you should assume I'm not corrupt, but thank you for that, though. system does produce corruption, and I think implicit in the system is corruption, when in fact...
Yeah, he's saying don't be naive and just assume someone. That's what he's saying.
Whether or not you can run for public office, and it costs a great deal of money to run for the United States.
And this guy is an impotent fucking failure of a president. So please don't say that I'm sitting there fucking white knighting for the guy. I'm not.
They send it even from a small state like Delaware.
Yeah, context is key, 100%.
You have to go to those people who have money, and they always want something.
Well, look.
Anyway.
I'll
UFOs! Wow.
Distraction.
Let's talk UFO. Let's do this.
Go ahead.
distraction.
Sorry,
Isn't it like Republicans? I don't even know. I don't give a fuck about the UFOs. Like, I thought it was Republicans that were bringing up donkey orgy. Donkey orgy, 2 donkeys. You want a donkey to pound you in the ass.
I had to get that off my chest because, like, that's why I haven't been paying attention. Please,
with that
take
said,
the mic from me.
I think that you elect a guy who's been in the government for 50 years, and you expect something different. You know?
Oh no, he's still going with the election. He's still going with the election was stolen. Biden, who's basically a diet soda Republican. Let's just keep it real. He's some radical left guy who wanted to steal the election. I can't. But does he believe it or is he selling it? Both are dangerous. I think the latter is even more dangerous because if he's just pushing that narrative to profit off of it, that means that he'll do anything.
Just saying.
Elect.
All right. So here's the big thing. Former U.S.
80 million
agent
votes.
David Grush.
Take the mic.
Here, let me just mute Adam
Mute
for
him.
a second. All right, he's muted. All right. He's been muted for a second. All right. Former U.S. intelligence agent David Grush.
I'm going to make a prediction because Trump is in the club anyway. It doesn't matter Republican, Democrat. Once you're in the club, you're above the law. They just don't want him to be president again because, well, so they want to make him unelectable legally. But he won't go to jail. I promise you. He won't be able to be president again. Maybe. Probably. But he won't go to jail. He won't see a fucking day in prison. Mark my fucking words. However, I do think they want to make him unelectable legally. Because he did, with cameras showing it. It's funny. Fox News was like, everyone's showing what's actually going on January 6th. Fox News was like, they had the camera right here. Make sure you don't actually show what's going on. Just point at a statue. Point at the bird. Adam is under... This is Adam right here. Adam is sponsored by Donald Trump.
Confirmed under oath today that aliens do in fact exist, and there's a video of this. This has been a
She the alien?
No, this is this is Miss Mace. Here we go. Listen to the slanting question.
I think it's all a distraction, dude.
A distraction, so.
Look at this. Look at the UFO. Don't focus on the economy. Don't focus on the war.
Right.
Don't focus on the.
Coming from the people who talk about all the get woke go broke shit, which is absolutely done as a distraction from the real shit.
Big guy, don't focus on anything that's really
focus. People barely give a shit.
Really important in life. It is like, oh, cool. Well, I don't fucking trust the government, period. I don't care what they say to me. I see a huge smoke and mirrors shit going on because there's some serious shit going on and no one's talking about the important issues. And it's frustrating.
And
Americans, like, this shit's all over the place. Brazil, they had their own Roswell that went down. Like, it's like people are somehow now opening their eyes to this. But today, of all days, they're going to have this when there's this like huge shit going on with the president of the United States actually being connected to a bunch of other stuff, and like his son, and like using the Justice Department as a weapon against political opponents. Like there's so much shit.
But it's so weird how he won't, like, even if you think Trump is being wrongly accused, like, you won't even bring it up. Like, it's not happening. It's so weird. Like, I wouldn't deny that Hunter Biden is going, you know, all the legal woes he's going through. Like, why wouldn't you just, it's just bizarre.
Like, yeah, if the fabric of society were to crumble, what the fuck does alien technology, how is that going to help us?
Well, yeah, it's kind of a, you could actually stretch that and say maybe they have some technology that could benefit us.
Right now. Like,
Right.
yeah, I get it. It's important. Sure, I would love for society to, like, move forward in a positive path. But I don't see that happening if we're all just so distracted by, like, oh, UFOs, aliens are real. It's like, oh, my God, really?
Yeah, we're also distracted. We're more so distracted by people going into Targets and punching down Pride. Like they had like I forgot what it's called in retail. But they'll talk about that all day because that's totally not a distraction.
That's what we're focusing on. Yeah, that's why I'm like I can't get excited about it because I just know too much about what's going on outside of this like bubble that people like to live in where they don't want to face reality.
I love how passionate you are about video games, buddy.
I don't even think Craig is passionate about video games anymore. I don't. I think that's just his. I hope we didn't get J-Rome Blabs. Everything is a cult. Cults are bad. All right, I'm interested. Now you got me down the fucking rabbit hole. Well, the post-it notes, I think, are people who donated or became members. Let me hear this again. So what's the context? I hope we didn't upset J-Rome. Blabs didn't say that. Everything is a cult. Cults aren't bad. Did I walk it back enough? Don't you stop supporting because we accidentally said something true about your pedophile cult religion. Don't persecute yourself off our... Oh, I think I saw this. They did. They walked it back because, you know, they're going to...
Sinead O'Connor sang that song a cappella on Saturday Night Live. And after doing so, she ripped up a picture of the Pope at the time.
Yeah. And she got fucking canceled for it wrongly because, yeah, there is a lot of child molestation that goes on in the Catholic Church. And up to the Pope tried to hide it and sweep it under the fucking rug. And she got fucking ostracized for it. Ostracized. Because she dared the real pedophile child molesting cult. She called out the real one. It's disgusting. That's my religion. I'm brain dead and blindly follow. Don't you point out its horrific flaws. There's even celebrities telling her to fuck off too. Fuck them. How about that?
I think it was Pope John Paul II, I believe. And her rendition was more or less about what was happening in the church and, child molestation and all these, horrible things that we've since learned about. And I wanted to kind of show this just a brief second to kind of talk about...
and specific...
That's where the real problem is. It's not a transgender woman walking through the mall that's going to groom your fucking kids. It's not a pride event. Being more nervous about my kid being around a priest than a transgender woman. Where's the lie?
Typically the cover-up of it, too.
Right.
Not just the molestation, but the fact that the Pope himself at the time, there were rumors that, well, no, there weren't rumors. He literally sent cardinals to other cities after
they were trying to cover it up, yeah.
Had admitted to molesting children and then didn't tell anybody.
I love when people actually could type in the chat, why did you block me? I'm seeing you. You're not blocked.
That new city that they sent them there.
Connor, this was the incident that happened.
They raped a kid, and instead of fucking putting him in prison and getting them out of the church, just move him somewhere else so they can rape more kids. Unbelievable. And people Destroyed her because of that. Destroyed her. Don't you dare talk bad about my... I'd rather have kids be raped than you talk bad about my religion. Unbelievable. So disgusting.
And you'll notice it's very... Well, we'll just watch the last, like...
I was going to end the stream. I guess we were going down a fucking nuclear rabbit hole, huh?
20 seconds of it.
In the victory of good over evil.
Yep.
Fight the real enemy.
Like, that's the thing. Like, even if you think Trump is wrongly indicted, like, how could you not... He won't even bring it up because he doesn't want the audience to think about it. It's so weird.
Notice how silent it is after it
Yeah.
happens. And
let's, before we go on about that, let's be clear what happened to her. She was blackballed. Nobody would ever work with her again, not for like a very long time.
There's a lot of Catholics out there, and Catholics are very profitable, and there are a lot of Catholics who won't buy something if it's affiliated with her. It ain't about the morality of it. They knew the monsters that were in the Catholic Church. But people love those monsters, and they buy products, and you pissed them off. Profit before morality, am I right?
And I don't. Sadly, I think the people who should have not canceled her and defended her should have been in the church, the Catholic Church. They should have literally said,
now I'm
you
gonna
know what, she has a
masturbate.
point.
Birdman donated $5. It would appear side scrollers is failing slowly like a leaking tire. Adam reduces to 1 day a week, and they are no longer being hosted by geeks and gamers, so clearly something wasn't coming through there either. I could be wrong, but sure seems that way.
Yeah, well, I wonder if this is going to be Craig. If the grift doesn't work, Craig will be walking off in the sunset.
He was covering, if they were actually worried about children, he was covering for child molesters. Let's
Right.
get him out of our fucking church.
what was interesting was...
It's a cult. They gotta
yeah.
protect.
But hold on real quick.
100. Man, I'm 100% on point with the side scrollers. But then wait. They have common sense right now. Uh-oh. They're going to make their grifting audience angry. You're supposed to just fucking pander. You got to learn the game, Craig. If you're going down the grifter road, you don't have common sense. You don't have independent thought. You have to say whatever you need to say, just like fucking Ben Shapiro. It's less serious, but Ben Shapiro went and bitched about the Barbie movie. You need to be the voice of affirmation. Don't you dare be information. Don't do it. It's less profitable. I know.
Jay Rome says, wow, calling my faith a cult.
No, that's not what I said. I said the behavior of protecting people who are pedophiles and harassing younger children.
All religions are a cult. You could believe in them, but religions are a cult. Organized religion is designed to take away independent thought.
It's cult-like behavior, guys.
Right.
I'm not calling your religion a cult.
So if you listen to what I said, if the people in that religion had called him out rather than canceling Sinead O'Connor, then it wouldn't seem like a cult.
Yeah, 100%.
Or cultish behavior, let's say.
And to be clear, I think there's...
Who is this? She looks like, wait, how dare you talk about my cult?
You know, when it comes to religion, I think that all religions have a little, cultishness to them.
Yeah, she looks like she's not happy about that you're thinking objectively right now. Like she's like, yeah, I need to get out of here before my audience stops supporting my Patreon.
Whether you're Christian, Muslim...
Organized religions, all of them. If that makes you feel better. It's equal opportunity. I think all of them. Organized religion is a cult.
Muslim, Catholic, whatever. I think, and as Crazy T, by the way, says,
I would fight for your right to believe in that cult. but that's how I feel.
I try to stay away from religious talks. But be clear, like, I don't care what you believe. I really don't. Like, I genuinely don't.
That's how I feel too.
For me, it goes back to, I don't care. I've said this 5,000 times on the show. I don't care what you believe as long as you don't try to push it on me, right?
Wow. It's Craig. Did you read my script or something?
Well, and this affects other people. That's the problem. They were molesting children. Okay.
Yeah. And to be clear, Sal says, don't forget atheists as well. Look,
I'm sure there's an extreme exception, but let's compare. There was a plague of child molestation going on in the Catholic Church. Where's atheism doing the same thing? Come on, man. The whataboutisms are so stupid.
Big Ass Tits donated $5.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, let's type in all caps like ABBHI.
Let's lighten up the mood for a little bit.
Congratulations. 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 Congratulations.
Breasts.
Congratulations.
Breasts.
Congratulations.
Breasts.
Congratulations.
Breasts.
Congratulations. Boom. Congratulations.
Breasts.
Congratulations.
Breasts.
Congratulations.
Breasts.
Congratulations.
I'm not blowing bubbles ever again.
Breasts. Breasts.
Congratulations. 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 Congratulations.
Of in spades.
Congratulations.
You take the bubbles and shut them up your fucking ass. How about that?
It is safe to say that organized religion has caused more blood to be shed, all the religions, than anything else combined.
And atheists, Democrats, Republicans, and independents, flat earthers, go down the line, right? There's cultish behavior literally in all of it,
Yes.
right? If you break it down to the basic things. And I think that colleges, that's a cult, man. There's people who go to Texas A&M who it's cult-like behavior down there. These.
Not the same, Craig. You're walking it back now because your audience is hey, no.
These major universities where you
don't let people actually think and realize that there's a major problem with priests being child molesters. We're afraid of the gays. Let the priests molest because we don't want to talk bad about our religion, Craig. You're supposed to grift.
Where you're giving money to these universities in exchange.
Yeah, who's wicked? Let me guess. She's religious or some shit. Is that why she's saying much ado about nothing?
For a life-altering experience, and this group of people that will support each other, this alumni, it's cultish. Go down the line, you can pick anything.
Yeah, Craig, not the same as priests, as the Pope shuffling around cardinals who were child molesters to different states so they could still keep molesting. It's not the same as fucking frat guys doing fucking keg stands. It's not the fucking same, Craig.
If you if you ain't never seen a frat,
crazy shit happens in frats. Still, as far as I know, that's not happening.
In gaming, hey, Call of Duty, it's cult. Nintendo fans, Sony.
Jesus would be disappointed in yeah, didn't he despise organized religion? I'm pretty sure that he did. I always say pretty sure because there's a reason that state killed him and later puppeteered his corpse in the form of the church. Yeah, because, listen, brainwashing people with religion is a powerful tool. Look at the televangelists. They literally get people to sip gasoline. These motherfuckers are walking away with millions. They don't want to give away that money and power. How much is the Catholic Church worth? Let me look. Church worth 2023. $30 billion US. It's big business. organized religion is big fucking business. And if you have people brainwashed, they're devoted. If they're devoted and brainwashed, they support you financially. Handing out those baskets there. They're worth $30 billion. Have a good night. Yes, he despised organized religion. I wonder why.
Like, it's cult-like behavior across the board. And once again, it's not to demean any religion by any means. I am positive that there are horrible things that happen in every cross section of life, whether it's religion, whether it's politics, whether pick anything, it happens, and it's bad, right? That's, once again, going back to the sheer basics of things. You know, there's bad people in all walks of life, and you can point them out and say it's a horrible thing, and you know what, you're right. You're right. So Sal says, I'll join your cult, Craig. Well, good. Just send me $100,000.
Like, what's Kenneth Copeland's net worth? Just to add more evidence. Copeland net worth. Keep in mind that's not liquid. $750 million off of other people's pain and suffering from donations. That's why Jesus hated organized religion. He knew it would happen.
Pickles McGee says, to be fair, the word cult has negative connotations in English. In languages like Spanish, a culto can just be a meetup for religious purposes. True. This is.
Oh my God, these people with the whataboutisms and the goalpost moving in the chat, in the fucking chat too. Jesus, Lord Beaver 83, thank you for becoming a member.
True. I hope that that J Rome didn't like pop out too quickly, because J Rome he's been with me for so long, and I hope that I hope he finished the rest of the conversation before he got too upset. But either way, because J Rome's my boy, and I hope he knows that. But with all that said,
yeah, dude, Phil should become a preacher. Could you imagine? There's it's not that long. Good.
There you go. I just kind of wanted to talk about that.
If you think about that, when you and this kind of shows you what social media is today.
It was a really interesting time. It was like 1991, whenever it was, and the backlash was real. And you hear people's perspective who were there that night and how they didn't really understand kind of the backlash that was going to happen and everything attached to it. So, yeah, there you go. I just kind of wanted to talk about that.
I don't think she would have been as blacklisted now. I mean, obviously, all the grifters and fucking.
Sinead O'Connor sang that song a cappella on Saturday Night Live, and
okay, who the fuck asked you to start playing?
Think about that when you and this kind of shows you what social media is today. When you have an organization like that, like the Catholic Church, spreading the word, they were telling people in churches all over, guaranteed. Did you see what Sinead did? They were all talking about it, guaranteed. And so not only did people who didn't see it hear about it and then go watch it, you know what I'm saying, and then got riled up, they were getting each other riled up about it every day, talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of like an online community now. You have somebody who has 10 million followers and they do a video on somebody and gets them all riled up. They go cancel that person.
It was a.
Yeah, she went against the fucking Catholic mafia. Let's just keep it real. They're a fucking mafia. Not right this second. Towards the end, yes. Which the end is coming relatively soon.
Kind of funny with. Sorry, I should be clear that Greg and I were very, very close. And
what's interesting is how times have changed too. Didn't Woody Harrelson for a while get blacklisted by Hollywood because he smoked weed? Fuck cares, dude.
That Greg and I were very, very close, and in hindsight, it's kind.
She's boring. Who, the woman who was on the? I'll look her up.
Kind of a shame that we, and I don't mean this as in any disrespect to the others who are, but we really should have just done it by ourselves. And
you mean you leaving Kind of Funny with Greg?
Right. No, me leaving IGN
to
make Kind of Funny with. Sorry, I should be clear with
Sure.
Greg. Like, and when other people became involved in it, it quickly lost what I thought it was going to be. So that it, like, what Last Stand.
Well, admittedly, what they fucking like threw Colin under the bus for was fucking stupid. That one thing that like barely edgy fucking, like, what was it, Mother's Day joke or something like that.
And is now is kind of what I would have had assumed.
And Greg, who used to work, I forgot his name. He's corny as fuck. Remember that stupid fucking speech he gave like he was winning an Oscar? Dude, shut up. Like Phil's fucking vest speech was more genuine than that. Even you sour balls, thank you for even like Crowcat roasted the shit out of him for that. I gotta piss real quick. I'll be right back. Hey, here you go. Here you go.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen?
With birds.
I am completely pissed. I was going to write a script for this video. Why am I still getting hate?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scares here. So from now on, I am going to report the news. Let's go inside the story.
Expose, 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 expose. Some exposure. Some exposure. Some exposure. Ah, expose. Expose myself to you. To you. To you. E-X-P-O-S-E. Expose. 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 Ah. Expose. 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 Hashtag drama alert. There's news to expose.
Breasts.
Hashtag breaking. SS Sniper Wolf has a vagina. More of that at 11.
Yes.
Hey guys, it's Scarce here. Lots of news today. Lots of exposure. And double upload. Expose. 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 Expose.
Breastfeed it. Breastfeed it. Breastfeed it.
Try to relax your anus.
You are exposed. Exposed, 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 exposed.
You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen?
There, ladies, you got the goddamn song while I was pissing. Isn't that wonderful? Scott, I usually don't just block people that are trolls, but you are so awful at trolling. That I just gotta do it. Like, just try harder, dude. I'm new here. Does Rich play any games? I'm not trying to bait anybody at all. eat shit. Knew my ass. If he's new, then I have a big dick.
That we would have done with Kind of Funny. And so, but I respect the course that they've taken, and I have tried to keep in touch with Greg over the
I banned Jill Scott.
years, like when his dog died, who I lived with Greg for almost a decade, so I basically lived with his dog. But he didn't get back to me on that, and I emailed him I saw Podcast Beyond, which is our old show at IGN, just did I think their 800th or 700th episode or something like that, and I emailed him a joke being like, how does this show still sham?
Listen, I now found Blabs hot. I now find, well, she is not a bad looking woman, and think she may have a nice rack. Oh, I'm not. Let's get into it. We're only allowed to talk about Elfspress here. Oh, we could play games. Try to relax. Yes. Do I still have games on here? Yes.
Oh, we'll play games. We can definitely play games.
Try to relax your anus.
I don't have the owl anymore. I have, man, I don't have a lot of shit. I'll have to give you...
And big taints.
Ambling on. It's like incredible.
Yeah, Scott will be missed. Rest in peace, Scott.
We left at like 315 or something, but he didn't answer that. And it's pretty clear that he doesn't want anything to do with me, but I was encouraged, and I'm not going to like continue to.
Yeah, because he's like, dude, how do you think he sustains himself? Kind of Funny ain't doing they're doing shit numbers now. They're corporate backed. That's why. And he had to maintain his corporate backiness. He has to fucking abide by their rules. And anyone who's remotely edgy, he has to stay away from. So he could get artificial, influencer of the year. Who the fuck was thinking that Greg Miller was influencer of the year? Tell me. Who? Come on, man.
Try, but I was encouraged by a therapist that I was seeing. It's like, you gotta like let go of the anger and try to just be normal, and at least, put out there that you want to bury the hatchet and all that. And you can't really do anything if a person wants to reciprocate or not. And I understand his position, I think, because it wasn't intentional, but I really hurt Kind of Funny when I left. And I know that in hindsight that I did. And I don't know that they seem to have kind of just stayed flat. Mm-hmm. And
he's right. The numbers prove it.
I feel bad about that. That was not my intention. My intention was to leave so that they can do what they wanted, because it was clear that what I wanted to do and what they wanted to do were different.
Well, maybe they have, and it just hasn't worked.
Yeah, I don't know how it all works, to be honest, from the outside.
It didn't work by itself, so they went and sucked on the corporate teat.
Like, my Patreon is substantially bigger than Kind of Funny has ever done on Patreon.
Right.
And we have far lower overhead.
I don't want to misinterpret your words. You said you felt like it should have been just you and Greg to do it by yourself, and then when other people got involved. When you say other people, are you speaking of Nick and Tim?
Yeah, although I don't want to. It sounds like I'm insulting them, and I'm really not. I actually think that Nick in particular played a very important role early on as our filmer and our producer, and I appreciate all of that. But yeah, it felt like Greg and I think, started to kind of like unravel during this era a little bit. And I think it's because of the involvement of a lot of other people and personalities and trying to do different shows and trying to direct things without really trusting our instincts about what worked and what didn't. And the reality is that people were there to see Greg and I in the beginning. And that obviously changed over time. But I wonder.
Yeah, because Greg was trying the whole, I'll play by the corporate rule. Which, man, hey, look, make your money. I have just had a sponsor in a video recently. I think it was the USB video. But I don't know. Like I feel like Greg just went totally. Let me make sure I could be as mainstream as possible. And hey, if that's what he wants, it's working.
I think back sometimes, what it would have been like if we did things differently. By that I mean the one
he's a box checker. There's some other people I won't mention either, that they have the personality of wet toilet paper, but because they fit a box, Like, hey, this person, we're diverse. Not that, I mean, Greg's just a white dude, but I'm just, you get my point?
One thing that I'll say is that, like, I'm always willing to bury the hatchet with Greg because I just think life is too short, and you got to look at the perspective of other people, and you got to remember where you've been, and you got to remember who's helped you and who's been there. And certainly I was there for him and he was there for me.
Always remember that grifting has many guises.
And so hopefully one day we can...
It's not just right-wingers.
At least bury the hatchet, shake hands, even if just digitally or whatever, and move on. But that's... I've long considered that ball no longer in my court.
Right.
And so, because at some point it comes off as almost desperate, right? And I'm not desperate. I'm just trying to be kind to various people that I care about.
Damn, it's 15 minutes.
And but it's...
Yeah, I don't care that much. Sorry. Yeah, these are all... Man, these motherfuckers could upload crazy long clips, huh? All right, yeah, I think I'm ducking out. Or am I? I don't know. I'll shoot the shit for a little bit, see how I feel. You know what's funny, I was thinking, is that if... I wonder if Sinead O'Connor, if she did that in, like, 2020, I don't think she would have been canceled the way she was. I mean, the right-wing grifters would have cried. Fox would have cried. Judge Jeanine Pirro would have fucking... Her Botox would have exploded out of her face. I mean, again, but the Catholic Church has a lot of... I mean... I don't think it would have been, like, lights off. See, back in the day, before the internet, the news was very controlled. People didn't know. Now people are fucking idiots who believe just anything they see. But back then, like, you didn't find out about the horrid things that were happening to the degree that you would now. Because, so when people saw her do that, they didn't know about the fucking rampant child molestation that was going on in the Catholic Church. So they just took it at face value that this woman was trying to just attack our religion. Oh, and of course there are narratives that are still trying to be controlled. It's tougher now is my point, though. It's tougher. You know. But man, yeah, it was like lights out after she did that. Anyway. All right, guys. I'm heading out. Have a wonderful evening. Don't know if I'll be back tomorrow with the stream. I'll see. But have a good night, guys. And I will see you this week with more content. It's going to be towards the beginning of the week. It's going to be spotty. Towards the end of the week, there's going to be quite a bit. So I'll see you on and off throughout the week. And we'll check off the last boxes with like Pokemon and stuff like that. Have a good one. It'll be an interesting week, but more towards the later part. Have a good night.